Are you tired of sitting at a poorly lit desk with a bulky lamp that is only taking up space? Well, you've come to the right place, because today I'm reviewing the ScreenBar, a product that promises to solve all of that. BenQ were nice enough to send me this review sample to check out today, and it was quickly delivered by Amazon. So once we take it out of the exterior box, here's what the original packaging looks like. There isn't that much to say about the box. On the front you get a picture of the ScreenBar, and on the reverse there is a quick start guide. The instructions are pretty self-explanatory really, so part A, clip it onto the counterweight, part B, put the counterweight onto your screen, and then finally part C, put the cable, one side of the cable into the ScreenBar and the other one into your USB port. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Once you slide out the card insert and remove the cover, you'll be presented with some marketing material and some sort of details, perhaps a warranty document. Both of them are in Chinese, so I'm not really sure. Apart from that, you of course get the ScreenBar, the counterweight, as well as a USB cable. The grey paper insert has a nice design to it. It points out the various features of the ScreenBar, and the packaging in general seems to be quite recyclable. There's very little plastic. The moment you pick up your ScreenBar, you'll feel that it's a really high quality product. It has quite a lot of weight to it, and I'll go over some more design details in a moment. The same applies to the counterweight. It does really have a solid construction. The micro B USB cable that is required for powering the ScreenBar is of course included with the packaging as well. I'm not going to dwell too long on the actual construction of the ScreenBar, but I will point out a few things. So first of all, the entire casing is made out of metal. It gives this product a really premium finish. On the top there's a little plastic part with the 4 buttons as well as the ambient light sensor, and on the back there is the USB port which the power goes into. Once we flip it over, you can see that there's a long strip of bicolor LEDs as well as a reflector / diffuser to ensure that all of the light is spread out evenly. Once you remove the incredibly tough plastic wrapping around the counterweight, you can really get a sense of exactly how it works. Essentially, you've got the weighted part hinged to the actual ScreenBar clamp. What this means is that this rotation allows for the counterweight to accommodate to any reasonable monitor thickness. There's also some rubber pads on either side to make sure it doesn't slip around once you install it. Speaking of installation, it really couldn't be easier. Simply put the ScreenBar into the clamp adapter for the counterweight and then place it onto the screen as shown here. Finally, plug in the micro B USB cable. I found that its length is perfect if you have some USB ports on your screen. However, if you only have USB ports on your computer which may be located a bit further away, you might need to get an extension. Now, let's quickly go over the controls. The first one is brightness. Simply hold it down and it'll cycle through low and high brightness. The next one is color temperature. Pretty simple, it'll change the hue of the light that is produced. Here's the ambient light sensor. On the right hand side of the panel, you will find the auto dimming button. That'll adjust the brightness of the ScreenBar depending on the conditions around it, and it uses the previously mentioned light sensor. And of course, finally, here's the on off button. As you can see, the controls are pretty intuitive. However, there is a slight quirk. If you want to turn off the auto dimming function, you won't be able to turn it off by pressing the button again. Instead, you'll have to use the manual brightness adjustment to disengage it. Now that I've got all of that out of the way, let me tell you what I actually think about this product. And the first thing I'll mention is all of the positives. So what are the advantages of using the ScreenBar over a normal lamp? Well, the main thing is space. The ScreenBar doesn't take up any desk space, it doesn't have a footprint. It simply goes on your monitor, so you can use that space that would have been otherwise used by a desk lamp for pretty much anything else. The next big plus is the quantity and quality of the light the ScreenBar produces. Previously, my normal desk lamp only illuminated a fraction of my desk, but the ScreenBar actually manages to light it completely, and the light it produces is also very smooth, it's not harsh, and it's very nicely diffused. It's also surprisingly bright for a USB lamp, which makes it perfect for activities such as soldering. As I've mentioned, the ScreenBar is in fact a USB light rather than a mains light, which is great because you can have a spare socket, which, well, for me, means I can plug in more devices, and in general, my desk looks tidier. The color temperature is also fully adjustable, which is really useful because you can get a nice blue light during the day and a warmer, more orange tone during the evenings. This wouldn't otherwise be possible unless you were using other more expensive systems such as the Philips Hue. Finally, I'll go over the negatives, and really there is only one: the price. Coming in at £89 via Amazon here in the UK, some people might argue that it's overpriced, but I don't think it is. If you do any activities next to your computer monitor, whether it be drawing, soldering, or reading books, this is the best option for you, because you won't be able to find such a great lamp for this price, considering that it doesn't actually take up any space on your desk. In conclusion, I'd like to thank BenQ for sponsoring this video, for providing this review sample. However, of course, the views expressed in this video are my own. I genuinely do believe this is a great product. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself, you will see what I mean. I am in fact tempted to buy a second one. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, please make sure to hit the subscribe button.